Well, Michael Cook has gotten out of the Arkham Asylum in here, and he's going to review Joker. What is it called?
Folie, Deux.
Folie, okay. It's the Joker movie, and then
Right.
also the Clooney and Brad Pitt movie, Wolves. So.
Let's start off with Joker 2, which is opening at theaters today near you. This movie starts off with Joaquin Phoenix back as the iconic Joker. Here he has been confined to the Arkham Insane Asylum because, as you remember from the last movie, he killed 6 people. So, of course, the police caught him, and now he is in the Insane Asylum and living a life of drudgery with fellow prisoners. There he meets Lady Gaga's character. She is also a psychiatric patient, but in a kind of a less security ward of the hospital. They strike up a romance there. And then, of course, when they're together, there are musical dance numbers. Of course, you have to showcase Lady Gaga's amazing singing talents.
Okay, I get it, yeah.
So, but clearly these are fantasies in Arthur Fleck's mind, who is the Joker. Then we go into the courtroom scene where he is on trial for the murders. Catherine Keener plays his lawyer, all while Joker is fighting for his life. The first Joker that came out in 2019 was actually a Best Picture nominee. That was a fantastic film. This movie is a complete disjointed mess and a waste of time. You're stuck in this psychiatric hospital for close to 50 minutes, and it just gets repetitive in terms of the horrors of psychiatric hospital. And he's the Joker is not really, he's what I call a passive protagonist. He's not really active in his own story. Everything is happening to him. Well, this is supposed to be a villain, a cartoon villain. Here he is just sort of put upon, and then it goes to a courtroom scene, which gets even more boring. And you're just, this movie is just tired, not particularly interesting. It looks good from a production design standpoint, but in terms of it just plods along, and you just, when's it going to get interesting? When's something exciting is going to happen? The dance, there's so much singing and dancing in this movie. 1 or 2 times might have been interesting, but going back to that well over and over again just leaves you parched and bored.
Man.
So this movie, I was so disappointed. Did not enjoy it on almost any level except for the production design. I recommend just skipping this. I give it a 3 out of 10.
Well, how was the performance?
They're great.
But not enough of them?
Yeah, it was good. But at a certain point, you didn't care because it was all clearly the Joker's fantasy. So just not a good.
Let's get out of his head.
Exactly. Now let's talk about Wolves. This is recently premiered on Apple TV. This stars the mega movie stars of George Clooney and Brad Pitt. At the beginning of the film, you see Amy Ryan. She is a district attorney. She's having a night in a luxury penthouse suite with a young man, and unfortunately he falls, hit his head. So she calls the fixer, played by George Clooney, who can fix any problem, frankly, to get rid of the body. At the same time, the hotel found out about it somehow and calls Brad Pitt, another fixer, and these two are forced to work together to get this young man out of the hotel. It's not a giveaway because it's in the trailer. The young man turned out he's not dead. And that there were drugs found in the hotel, like kilos of drugs, and they're forced to try to return these drugs back to their rightful owners. Otherwise, more problems can ensue. When you have George Clooney and Brad Pitt together, these two are the most iconic and charismatic actors working today. So you loved seeing the banter between these two and their fantastic, bromance chemistry that just works on all cylinders. However, the movie surrounding them is not particularly interesting. It kind of creaks along with a complicated plot where it's supposed to be a bit of a conspiracy, but then you just get lost. And the only thing that saves it is the star power of these two actors. Frankly, if you took them out and put just 2 other random actors in it, this movie would not work at all. So these 2 stars save it, the film. So all in all, I'm somewhat middling about this movie just because I do like those 2 actors and parts of it were interesting. But all in all, I got to give this film a 6.5 out of 10.
So the producer's looking at it, it's like, man, this is not going to be a good film. We're going to have to pay some money to get Pitt and Clooney in here to save the day.
Let's throw cash at the problem to fix it.
And maybe it kind of did.
Exactly.
All right. Thanks, Michael.
Thank you.